So today I've returned to this fishery that I came to a long time ago. I'd say a long time ago, it was about 2 months back now, and I caught loads of carp within about 5 hours. Now today I'm at the same fishery, but I'm on a different pool at the same fishery. So this is the pool I'm at today. There's big carp in here, up to 15 pounds, and there might be bigger ones. And in the other pool, that's way bigger over there. I'll show you that in a moment. There's about a 35 pounder in there, and that's the biggest one. And there's also like a massive catfish. I don't know how, I can't remember how big the catfish was, but there's only one in there. So we've only got 2 rods out today. Let's see what we can get. We're using 2 brand new rods today. This rod here is not mine, it's Taylor's. He's got a new rod because I've told him he needs to get into fishing. And then this one's my brand new rod. I've still got the sealant on it, on the cork. I do need to take that off in a moment. But it's one of the brand new Carp rods, and it's actually a really good rod. I went fishing with this rod the other day and I caught a really nice carp on it, and it fights beautifully. I've also got the matching reel for this rod, which is beautiful. I'm sure today when I catch at least 25 carp out of this place, you'll see the rod in action there. But yeah, they're the 2 rods we're using today. Couldn't really go for a better option. Well, I probably could, but they're both really great rods. And I'm not joking about the catching 25 carp thing. The chances are we'll get a lot. Maybe not 25, but we'll get some good ones. So I've just brought my rod in for the first time, and I've got some bread and I want to put it on my bayonet rig. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of get the little bit of the crust and pop a little tiny bit on the hook, sort of making the hook a bit exposed if I can get it on. And there we go then. I sort of just moulded the bread around the hook just to get it on the bottom, because I know bread attracts a lot of carp. So I'm just going to give it an underarm toss back out to where it already was. There we go, that's perfect. Now, putting that bread on my hook might be completely useless, but it's always worth a go. We've been here, I'd say, just shy of an hour now. My rod, my cork rod here, this one's been having a few little bleeps. It detects it there, but no carp have been hooked. One time it bleeped about 3 times, and I thought there was one on, but I lifted it and absolutely nothing was on. I suppose you can tell when one's on because the rod tip just goes everywhere. But in the short amount of time we've been here, there's been some good carp on the surface. Just over there, we saw a massive one. He was about that big when we got here. I'd say he was one of the 16 pounders, mate. 15 pounders, sorry. But yeah, he was pretty big and he was just on the surface right there. And then, if we walk all the way around here, and then just at the other end of the pool, this end of the pool looks a little bit better than where we're fishing, in my opinion. So there's a good chance we might end up moving here later on. The only thing is we can't fish the bigger pool because there's a match going on in there at the moment. And I'm no match fisherman, so I can't go there. But this side of the pool, there was another massive one on the surface over there. So there's some proof that there's big ones in here. We've decided, because we've been here in this peg about an hour and a half and we've only had bites, and we actually want to catch some good fish. Like I said at the start of the video, we want at least 25. So I'm going to get the rod in. Well, I've already got it in. Taylor's got his rod in, and we're going to move up to the other end. Here we go, we're just making the little trek to the other end now. Well, there we have it, guys. We're now back over well, we're not back over, we've just got our lag gear over here. The rods are set up, both in 2 different places. My rod is currently over there in the overhanging tree. And then the second rod is now over there, just by that second tree over there. So they're in 2 decent locations, right by the island sort of things. So we're bound to catch at least one within the next couple of hours. And I forgot to mention, we've only got 2 hours left because I'm off somewhere afterwards. So yeah, let's hope this new spot performs as well. Why is it now it's like almost summertime? I go carp fishing and I don't catch carp. But when it was April, March, May, start of May, I've been catching carp all year round pretty much. And now it's like the nicer months of the year, I'm not catching. It's very confusing, but I'm sure I'll get one in the next hour or 2. Okay, so we've actually moved again. This sounds really bad because I know you shouldn't really move, but up there it started raining and there's no shelter, whereas here there's a bit of coverage above us. And honestly, it looks like a better peg here. There's a lot of just an entire wider variation of casting locations. For example, I'll show you. There's just all of this ahead of us there, what we can cast at, and it looks really fishable, to be fair. Then you can go all the way down there. And that's like, it looks a bit tiny on camera, and which it is, it's really narrow, but there's a good chance there's some carp down there. I now think that my rod's currently out in the best place that it could possibly be all day long. It's come all the way down here. And it's currently just wedged in between that really narrow bit over there, which in my opinion is like a very good location. I've actually seen some carp on the surface over there as well, so perfect time to have moved pegs as well. Look at all the rain that's just started to pour down. Absolutely horrific, but we're under shelter, so it's fine. At this point, I think we was lied to about the severe amount of carp in this pond. There's none biting at all. And I don't know if you can see over there, but there's the other pond, and there's a match going on there, as I said earlier. But barely anyone on the match has caught either. I've been watching all of their rods, and not many of them have been catching, so it must just be a bad day in general at this place. It wasn't a bad day for very much longer though, because things took a turn pretty quickly, and Taylor ended up hooking into a carp. Taylor here's got his first ever carp on. It just went out of absolutely nowhere, and he's got one on, it's just there. Oh my god. We haven't exactly got the best of nets today, as I forgot mine at home, but this one shall do. This is the first carp of the session. in the net. Well, there we go then. We've got the first fish of the session landed. He's a really, really small carp. We're just unhooking him at the moment, but that rod went out of absolutely nowhere. And we was just saying about, oh, we wanted to go home because we weren't catching, and then it went off. First carp of the session. This is Taylor's first ever carp as well that he's caught. He's such a small one. I'd say I wouldn't even bother weighing him. He's about a pound and a half, 2 pound max. But he's a beautiful little carp. I'm going to do a bit of a hand release on this thing, just get him back in real quick. He's a beautiful carp, that was. Well, there we go then. We're off the blank of the session and he's off the blank of eternity. He's finally caught a carp. We've definitely found the location where they are. They're in that middle bit there. That's where he's just come from anyway. And that's probably the only place they're going to be biting today. The two rods are now exactly where we've just had that carp from, just to try and get one, you know what I mean? We've had one though, we haven't blanked, which is perfect. And I'm dead chuffed just to have seen one and to have caught one. Makes the video a bit better than for you guys to watch. I'll show you where the rods are. They're basically, one's just right by the island there and the other one's just out in the middle there somewhere. So theoretically we'll get another one, but we only have about 30 minutes maximum left. So let's roll on the next 30 minutes and see what it brings us. I just want to throw this in the video because I'm genuinely intrigued to know what is the best rig to use for carp. Because next weekend I want to go fishing for some monster carp. I want to go night fishing for them. But I'm not sure what rig I should use. I know there's hair rigs and chod rigs and all them. But what rig would you guys suggest basically, and then I'll use that. Just discovered a boat down here. I really want to see if I can get in it and go around the pool on it, but I don't think I should. It wouldn't be a good idea. I'll probably end up getting kicked out of the fishery. But come all the way down here. It's just a big, I'd say a big boat. It's like the smallest boat I've ever seen. But it's obviously there for a reason, to go out on the pool on it maybe. So if I can get permission, I'll go on that thing and razz it around the pool. And this is the really narrow end of the pool as well. It's like proper wheelie shaped, this pool is, in my opinion, but obviously it holds some nice carp. Just down here we did see a couple on the surface earlier on. Not that they're there anymore, but I don't know, I might cast myself back down there because having two rods in the exact same location ain't really the best of situations. Seeing as there's one carp there, it's going to go for one of the baits, but I'd rather have two options. Currently a carp on the surface there. You can just see the black outline of it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's right by both of our baits. And the thing is with this pool as well, if you catch a carp, like for example, I could have sworn I had one on earlier on my rod anyway, and I struck, but it felt like it went off because it was wrapped around the island almost. That just makes it really tough to fish because there's at least 6 or 7 islands on this pool. And it's just awkward to fish, that's the only thing. I suppose if you're fishing it with a pole, then it's a lot easier because you're just in one location. But when you're with a rod and it's all around the place, it's tougher, especially because you're at risk of all the snags as well. Sadly, we've been informed we've got to pack away because I've got to go home now. So I'm just going to pick this rod up. I ain't got one on, don't worry. I'm just going to bring this one in. Why does it feel? It feels really heavy for some reason, but I don't have a fish on. I'll just reel that in all the way because I'll pack it up now, and then we'll leave that one out until last, I think, because that's the lucky rod today. We've caught one on that, so we'll catch one on it again within the last 2 minutes, I reckon. He's just bringing his rod in now because sadly we have got to go in a rush because I don't know if you can hear in the distance. There's an air show going on and I want to go and watch it. Well, that is the last of everything packed away. All my gear's away, the rods are away, the rod pod's away, that's it. We've had a nice session overall. We caught one really small carp, 2-pounder. It was Taylor's first carp he's ever caught though, so it's a win-win. It's not a bad catch at the end of the day. A catch is a catch. But sadly, that's about all I've got for you guys today. So if you enjoyed this video, please smash the thumbs up down below. Whilst you're down there, subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notifications so you never miss another one of my videos in the future. Become a member of my channel if you want. The link for that's in the description. You'll get exclusive access to these videos, well, early access to them at least. Check out some other videos linked on screen here, but for now everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.